forecast. Let's bring in meteorologist Ross Hull.
Hi, Ann. Hope everyone had a great Saturday. Plenty of sunshine out there. It was cool, though. A cool start. Certainly one of the coolest we've had around the GTA anyway so far this season. And as we look towards the west, you can see an increasing cloud cover over Michigan, pushing over Lake Huron and Lake Erie, and some showers to the west of that. That's the next weather maker for us. It will increase our cloud cover overnight, especially around the GTA in southwestern Ontario, so temperatures will not drop as low as they were last night into early this morning. And we're going to also see a different flow of air move in, a warmer flow as that system moves in. So winds are already starting to come out of the east and around London and Windsor, a southerly flow ahead of that system. And you can see temperatures today staying around the single digits, which is around average. 13 though in Windsor, 11 in Sarnia, double digits in Sault Ste. Marie, and you can see temperatures still holding on to the mid-single digits, and we're really not going to drop very much overnight, except farther east towards Peterborough and Kingston, where there will be less cloud cover as that system will take a longer time to move there. So we're going to get down to around freezing to below in Muskoka and Peterborough, 2 in Kingston, -3 in Ottawa, whereas Toronto will likely stay around 4 or 5 degrees, 3 in London, and you can see some of those showers already moving into Windsor as we move through the overnight and early morning hours. I'll time out the showers for all of southern and eastern Ontario coming up, and we'll talk about the Remembrance Day forecast just ahead. Ann.
Thanks, Ross. There are questions and let's take a little bit of time to talk about Remembrance Day, which is coming up. Some people have it off, have booked it off, and may have plans to brave the elements. What can they expect? Yeah, well, often veterans will go no matter what the elements, but it does make things easier for the ceremonies if the weather conditions cooperate. So we are going to get to the weather conditions for Monday in a moment. We still have Sunday to get through. Let's take a look at your hour by hour now for tomorrow. So we will experience some increasing cloud cover heading into Sunday. A milder day in store, though, a southeast wind, and you can see some wet weather traveling in by late morning into the afternoon. So periods of rain into tomorrow afternoon, likely a bit of a lull later afternoon, early evening, but still a few showers. And notice the trajectory of those temperatures rising, in fact, to near 15 by tomorrow night. So that's as this low pressure system tracking into the Great Lakes moves in. So certainly milder but wet. In terms of Remembrance Day, I think things will start to dry out and it will stay relatively mild, and we'll get to that in a moment. As we look at temperatures across the country now, double digits in Calgary, in Saskatoon. There's been record warmth across the prairies on Friday, and some cooler conditions across the east. I'm going to paint on the jet stream here, and you can see the trough in place over the Maritimes and Atlantic Canada, but still a cooler flow of air over the Great Lakes, but we'll get into a warmer flow of air as this low pressure system travels in. It will also bring an increase in cloud cover, so don't expect the sunshine we experienced today. There's the cloud cover, and this is a look at late morning into the afternoon. It'll be earlier tomorrow morning around London and Windsor. By the way, I want to give a shout out to my parents. They are celebrating their anniversary today. Hi, Mom and Dad. Just wanted to mention that in London. But we do have some showers moving towards the GTA late morning. We start to see a bit of that activity ease as we move towards tomorrow evening, and another frontal boundary will travel through, bringing the chance of more evening showers likely later on in the evening. And I've paused this around when the ceremonies do happen on Monday. There's cloud cover, a little breezy at times, but it should stay mainly dry across much of southern and eastern Ontario. Better chance of some wet weather and even some snow as you head farther north into Ontario. You can see a few showers could develop at times early Tuesday, then will dry out on Tuesday afternoon. How much rain to expect at this point? Looks to be 5 to 10 millimeters of rain. Heavier amounts, though, North Bay towards Sudbury. As we look at your forecast conditions for tomorrow, we get to the double digits, even mid-teens by later tomorrow night around Toronto, 16 in Windsor, 14 in London. So it is mild, but it is wet at times, so be prepared for that. Okay, so for Remembrance Day, temperatures late morning will likely be between 8 to 10, 11 degrees for most spots. We cool down on Tuesday, plenty of sunshine, 7 on Wednesday, then it looks like we're back to the double digits as we head into Friday and next weekend. And that's a look at your forecast. Bring in meteorologist Ross Hull.
Hope everyone had a great Saturday. We did have some sunshine today, pleasant weather conditions. Temperatures certainly on the cooler side, especially this morning. One of the coolest nights we've had around the GTA in southern Ontario so far this season, especially around the Greater Toronto area, close to the freezing mark. And we haven't had many of those nights so far. It's going to be a little milder tonight with an increase in cloud cover ahead of a low pressure system that will bring us some showers by tomorrow afternoon. So you can see some of that cloud cover on the increase across northern Ontario through southwestern Ontario. Eastern Ontario is going to be a little cooler overnight tonight because you're not going to see as much cloud cover, that sort of blanket that keeps the warmth closer to the surface. Winds are out of the east in Toronto, and they will be out of the southwest, especially by tomorrow night, and a little breezy as well as that system moves in. High temperatures today, well, right around average. We should be close to 8 degrees as a daytime high, and that's what we got to in Toronto. There were some double digits in southwestern Ontario. And tonight, well, we'll likely get down to about 2-3 degrees in the early morning hours, then quickly start to rise. You see the cooler conditions as you head north and east into Ontario. Ottawa through to Peterborough will have less cloud cover. You can see milder as you head through southwestern Ontario. And we are going to be dealing with some showers at times on Sunday. I'll time that out for you for your second half of the weekend. And we'll also talk about what to expect for Remembrance Day in the full forecast just ahead. Ann.
Thanks, Ross. It was an original.
Well, plenty of sunshine across southern and eastern Ontario, even northern Ontario today. We've got some changes on the way, low pressure system. Things will warm up for the second half of the weekend, but some cloud cover, some showers at times. We'll talk about the timing of that, plus what to expect for Remembrance Day in your full forecast coming up.
Yep. So 'tis the season to bring 5 different jackets to work every day.
Yes.
I never know quite what I'm going to encounter in terms of precipitation and temperatures. What can you tell me about this up and
Well,
down?
it's my job, I guess, to tell you what you need to wear, at least give you some options. And, yeah, lots of ups and downs when it comes to temperatures, which is typical for November. Let's start off with the second half of the weekend and what you can expect. So you can expect temperatures to be likely, depending on where you are around the GTA in southern Ontario, at least around the GTA, between 3 to 5 degrees early tomorrow morning. Then we'll quickly get up, or we will get up eventually into the double digits by tomorrow afternoon. And look at the temperatures rising as we experience that breezy southwesterly wind rising through the overnight hours to possibly up to the mid-teens. And also notice the showers that start to move in late morning into the afternoon. And we'll talk about the timing of those showers coming up. As we look upstream, as we look west, you can see there are some mild conditions across the prairies and even through Thunder Bay getting to the double digits today. And that is the brand of air that's traveling in towards the Great Lakes. So we've been under the influence of a bit of a trough in eastern sections of the country, but a warmer flow of air. As we look at the upper levels, we'll be moving in the coming days, or at least tomorrow into Monday. But it does come with that price of some wet weather. This is a Colorado low that is slowly churning towards our area, or at least low pressure system originating from the U.S. plains. As we take a look at what's happening, you can see by late in the morning hours, we start to see some of that wet weather travel in to parts of southwestern Ontario. It'll be a little earlier, in fact, early on Sunday morning for Windsor and through Chatham, Kent, mid-morning around London, late morning, early afternoon around the Toronto area. So be prepared for some showers, and that will move east towards Peterborough and Kingston by the afternoon on Sunday. And then Sunday night, so there'll be a bit of a lull likely by, well, late afternoon in towards the evening hours. Then another wave of showers will push through. Notice the heavier rain, though, up, well, east of Georgian Bay up through northern Ontario, which could turn to some snow farther north as a separate system moves in by Monday morning. But this is Monday at 11 a.m. on Remembrance Day, and you can see some of the cloud cover holding on, but I think it should stay dry, but could be a little breezy at times, and some showers could slide through by, at times, later Monday afternoon, but we'll clear out by Tuesday. Rainfall amounts look to be in the 5 to 10 millimeter range around much of southern and eastern Ontario. Heavier amounts could be 20+ millimeters farther north. Okay, so tomorrow we're on the mild side. We're getting up to the double digits in Toronto and Peterborough, Ottawa, Kingston, mid-teens around London and Windsor, and you can see the mild conditions across the board. But we do have some showers at times. For Remembrance Day, that slight chance of showers, 13 the high. It will be mild for the Remembrance Day ceremonies. 7 on Tuesday and sunshine, cooler, single digits on Wednesday and Thursday. Then it looks like we're back to the double digits Friday and Saturday. But after the wet weather Sunday night, it looks like we're relatively dry for the next several days. And that's a look at your forecast.